Women ruling over the drug dealers, raising a bunch of violent, soft, effeminate men, don't know how to throw hands no more. Can't talk out their differences no more. What happened to you win some, you lose some, but you live? Right. What happened to that? You see that, right? Bring it out. It says children, they was raised by women. So guess what? He got anger in his heart with mama's emotions. That's a bad, potent mix. On their beds, they can't go to sleep unless they imagine the evil. Read.
When the morning is light, they practice it.
And not only do they imagine evil, they have the power to enact it in the earth. Like, how did drugs get in our community? Because we were thriving people in the 60s. We had our own businesses, we had our own communities, we were thriving. How did the drugs get in our community? Somebody devised iniquity, and then guess what? When the morning was light, they practiced it. They put it in our communities, and then they made us the face of drugs. As if they themselves didn't cook it up in the laboratories and then put it in our communities to destroy us as a people. Right. Y'all see that, right? God wants this to be taught in the earth. The pastors ain't teaching that. Read.
Because it is in the power of their hands.
So now listen up. It's about to get deeper, because it's a reason why this black brother right here, who's a Jew, is wearing what? A yarmulke, a tradition of the fake Jews. How you gonna copy the tradition of the fake Jews? Read.
And they covet, feel.
What does it mean to covet? Covet. What does that mean? Sis, my sister, what does it mean to covet? Pay attention. We got a short attention span. TikTok, everything 30 seconds, 30 seconds. The Bible is coming out. Pay attention. What does it mean to covet? Covet. Like one of the 10 Commandments is thou shalt not covet. What does it mean to covet? C-O-V-E-T. What does it mean? Covet with a T. What does that mean? To covet is to want something that does not belong to you. It says this race of people that devise iniquity, they covet fields, they covet lands, they covet countries. Do this country belong to the white man? He said he discovered it, right? But our people was already here. Reuben was here. Gad was here. Issachar was here. We all was here already. It says they covet fields. Read.
And they take them by violence.
They take them by what?
By violence.
Hold on. It said that was a V word. It said they take it by violence, but they told us to vote a different V word. Y'all see that, right? But they tell us vote. Be a Democrat. All of us Democrats today, right? Who represent us in the White House? Who represent us in the UN? They ain't vote for this land. They slaughtered the people. You see that? Who voted to go on them ships? Did our forefathers vote to go on the ship? Did we check a box and put yes? Put me on the ship, shackled and chained, so I can urinate and defecate for months and not move, and have my wife rape and my daughters rape on a ship with rats and roaches? Did we vote for that? I don't think so. Read it again.
And they covet fields and take them by violence.
They took this land by violence. They took us by violence. Now they trying to crack down on human trafficking. Y'all invented human trafficking. They invented it.
Right.
The transatlantic slave trade, that was the biggest form of human trafficking. Right. Read.
And houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house.
This is the man that the Bible is talking about, the Israelite man, blacks, Hispanics. It says they oppress a man and his house. Watch this.
Even a man and his heritage.
Whoa. It says they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. They stole our identity.
Bring it out.
Your heritage is who you are, your name, your language, where you come from, your traditions, your customs, your way of life. Not only did they oppress us, they took our whole heritage. Now they got whole departments that deal with what? Identity theft. They invented identity theft. Give me Revelations 2:9. They invented identity theft. Identity theft is in the Bible. We just read it. They oppress a man in his house and a man in his heritage. Now brothers walking around wearing blue and white scarves and yarmulkes. Read this, come on.
The book of Revelations, chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty.
So this is Christ speaking. Christ said, I know your works, Your tribulation, what's tribulation, brother? No, what's tribulation? What does it mean, tribulation? What does that mean? When you're going through hardships, right? Hardships. Black folks always say we're going through what? Trials and tribulations, right? Tests and hardship, right? So watch this, read again.
I know thy works and tribulation and poverty.
So Christ talking to his people, who are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. He says, I know your trials, I know your hardships, and guess what he said? I know your poverty. Who's the main people that you see struggling, packed together in these communities? They call them ghettos, right? You go to any state in America, when you locate the ghetto, there's a certain people that occupy that ghetto. Every time, without fail. Blacks and Hispanics. When you go to the prison, who packed the prisons? Two specific races of people. They say we minorities, but we always the majority in the worst conditions. You see that, right? So watch what Christ say, read.
But thou art rich.
Christ said, but you're rich. Christ said, but you're rich. Christ said, but you're rich. No matter what your condition is, Christ said, but you're rich. How can you be rich, but you're going through hell? How can you be rich, but you're going through hell? How can you be rich, but going through hell, my brother? Because Christ said, we in tribulation, we in poverty. He said, but you're rich. Why are we rich? Because we God's chosen people.
That's right.
Moses led the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt by the hand of God, through the power of God, right? God don't deal with all races of people, sister. God deal with us. That's why we what? Getting chastised through slavery. That's why we being oppressed. Because God deal with one nation of people. We are God's sons and daughters.
The scriptures say, where there is no vision, the people perish.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV.
Do you know history?
I'm going to show you and prove to you that the Israelites are black, were always black.
Dance for time, just move up your body. Don't get loose and groove on the body. Bruise, wine.
Put on the armor, the procedure complete. Me nah go back, nah retreat. All traitors, every Jezebel must get delete. Me no sleep on a demon, me keep a full clip. Conspire me downfall, cause them want to me slip. Stay close to the real ones, we seal off and legit. Cause I gotta use them to keep your soul from the pit. This a war life.
How you doing, sis? How you doing, sis? Nice to meet you, sister. We bringing out the truth about God right now. My brother, if you notice, during the 60s, right, what was we trying to do in the 60s? Give me Baruch 3 and 8. What was we doing in the 60s, my brother? My brother, what was we doing in the 60s? This one of my elders right here. I know he know. What was going on in the 60s? They call them the turbulent 60s. Not in the 60s, nah. The Emancipation Proclamation was in 1865. In the 1960s, what were we doing? We were fighting for our freedom, right? You said what? We was fighting, marching, we was doing boycotts, right? We was speaking up. You had, what, Martin, Malcolm? We were standing up for ourselves.
Can I say something?
You can say whatever you want.
Basically, I understand what y'all saying. It's just basically it's a wake-up call for us black people who are originals of all of this. Like, real is real. We is more powerful than what we think we is. It's in our bloodline that we are all soldiers.
Okay, so since you said we powerful, I like that. You said we powerful. What is our power?
Our power is knowledge.
Our power is not. You're right. Give me Malachi 2. You're right. I'm gonna show you that. Y'all, you heard what she said, right? She said our power is knowledge. But you know what's crazy? Looking at my sister, she ain't tapped into the power. I'm gonna show you why. Malachi 2 and 7. Read.
The book of Malachi, chapter 2 and verse 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge.
So my sister mentioned knowledge, right? The Bible says the priest's lips should keep knowledge. Watch this. Read.
And they should seek the law at his mouth.
It says, and we as a people should seek the laws at the priest's mouth. Deuteronomy 22 and 5. Because you want to tap into the power? Do you want to tap into the power? All praises. I'm about to show you how to tap into it. And then when you tap into it, you're going to fix our sisters that watch your example. You're going to fix our communities. You're going to fix all those who you come in contact with by keeping this one law. Watch this. Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman
Talking about you, my sister. Talking about you, my sister. Read.
shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Sis said that we got to tap into our power, right? The Bible says the power is in God's laws. One law that our sisters need to keep is they should stop wearing that which pertains to men. What are our black women today wearing that pertains to men? Pants. What you say, sis? You don't know? Sister, when you see Tyler Perry dressing like Medea, what do he put on? He put on women's clothes, right? So he take the pants off and he puts on a dress because that's women's clothing. You see that, right, sis? Come on, because you gonna tap into the power today. Read it again.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So God says his daughters, because y'all are daughters of God. The Bible says y'all should not wear that pertains to men. Read.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination.
It says when a woman wears pants and when a man wears a dress, he's an abomination in the eyes of God. Y'all understand that? Now, when a woman wears pants, what can a man see? A man can't see a whole lot. Give it to me straight. He can see your behind. What else can he see, sis? He can see the shape of your body, right? What happens when a man sees the shape of a woman? What happens? He gets aroused. Very good. Very good. Y'all see that, right? So now, give me that in Exodus 22. Because, okay, sis said when a man sees a shape, because a woman should be wearing pants, she should be wearing a free-flowing dress. This is the medicine our people need. The pastors ain't doing this. Why? Because he wants your money. He knows as soon as a black woman get an attitude, she ain't paying no tithes. She ain't paying no offering. You see that, right? Very good. Very good. Read this.
The book of Exodus, chapter 22 and verse 16.
Because you said a man gets aroused. Watch what God say. Read.
And if a man entice a maid.
So once he gets aroused, then he do what? Now he want to entice you back. He like, hey, sis, let me take you out. Let me take you shopping. The first is in about a week. I know the rent due. I know the rent due. Let me take you out, right? Now he want to entice you because you enticing him first with the way you're dressed. Read.
If a man entice a maid,
he enticed her. He spit game to her. Read.
That is not betrothed, and lie with her.
Because what? What's the bottom line? What do he want? He want what he see. How you doing, my sister? Right now we talking about, we just read the commandment in Deuteronomy 22. I know you my eldest, so I know you familiar. Our foremothers did not wear pants. That is an American custom. You familiar with that, my sister? Great grandma ain't wear no pants. That is an American custom. That sprouted out from the feminist movement. And now an ungodly custom has grown strong in these last days. Imagine me walking into Walmart and I look up over the men's section, right? And it say, male dresses. Does that make it okay? Because Walmart said it? No. Answer my question, sis. Cause you know, all right, so if I walk into a Walmart and I'm in the men's section and I go to a big, one of them big shopping, right? It got all the clothes on it. And I look up and it says men's dresses. Does it make it okay for me to wear it now? I better not, right? That's how God feel about you, sis. You better not. Because you enticing our men, and then our men have sex with our women. They don't want the baby because I'm not with you because I knew what was in your mind. I'm with you because I saw what you was working with. So then after we had sex, now I didn't plan for marriage. I didn't plan for a baby. I'm going to show you what happens. Read this again. Watch.
And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her.
So then because he see your shape, he want that. He lie with you, right? Read.
He shall surely endow her to be his wife.
But is that last part being followed? Is it being followed, my brother? You sure? Give me Isaiah 3:12. You think God know about that? You think God know we're not keeping that commandment? You know God know that we ain't keeping that commandment. But sis, I need you to listen. You said something very important. You said that we got to tap into the power, right? Our communities are broken. That means that what? We ain't tapped into no power. We are powerless people, right? So now I'm showing you the cause and effect. And I'm showing you this, our society, how broken it is written in the Bible. Watch this. Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people.
God ain't talking to the white men in this Bible. He ain't talking to the Chinese. He says, my people. We have not learned that we God's people. God says, as for my people, that's possessive. If that's my coat, I bet I see nobody else wearing it because it's mine. So God ain't talking to everybody. He says, as for my people, read.
Children are their oppressor.
Who is doing all the killing in our communities? Who's doing it? We are. He says, children are their oppressor, our own people, our own young brothers, teenagers, Kia boys, shooting and robbing, killing, drugging, stealing, trap boys, drilling, read.
And women rule over them.
Why is it just mama? It says, and women rule over the gangbangers. Women ruling over the drug dealers. Raising a bunch of violent, soft, effeminate men. Don't know how to throw hands no more. Can't talk out their differences no more. What happened to you win some, you lose some, but you live? What happened to that? You see that, right? It says children, they was raised by women. So guess what? He got anger in his heart with mama's emotions. That's a bad, potent mix. Read that again.
As for my people, children are their oppressor.
It's our own people. We love to blame the police. The police do damage in our communities, but they don't hold a candle to the murders that we commit in our own communities. Look at the cities in Cleveland. They call it Thieveland. Why? Because we murdering and killing each other over drugs. You see that, right? Read.
Oh, my people. And women rule over them.
And women rule over them. Why? Because how did the women get over them? How did she get pregnant? Where's the father at? Did she chase him away because she don't know her place? Because nowadays women think it's 50-50. Y'all know that, right? Is it 50-50? No. Let's get this on camera. Is it 50-50?
No, I had a real husband.
You had a real husband?
He passed away, but it was me and him raising our boys.
All praise to the Most High. You are an anomaly. Meaning you are what, a small statistic. You are dropping the bucket in our communities. Most of us come from single parent households. Most of our parents split, never got married, right? And what happens when a child don't have a father? Give me Sirach 3. What happens when a child don't have a father? Tell me, sis.
When a woman grows up without her father, she finds love in the streets.
Ooh, y'all heard she said, right? When a woman don't have her father, she finds love in the street. She's looking for love in all the wrong places. What happens when a man don't have his father, brother? Help us out. Help us out, bro. A what? Wow, a mindless brute, so a beast. Right? Ain't that we call each other beasts and savages? We say, dang, you killed, I got 4 bodies. Dang, you a beast, bro. You a savage. We glorify destroying our own people. Y'all see that, right? So that's why it's so important. It says don't run. That's why it's so important that we what? Come back to the law, statutes, and commandments.
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is